So this is the third Charlie Book Club video. A few people were reading this. I'm not sure if they were reading it along with me, but a few people were reading it this month. So hopefully you will agree or, disagree. Love a bit of banter. A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. So this is another one of those triangle trope type books. Very YA, very on trend right now, darling. We're going to give it 3 stars. We're going to give it 3 stars because it's not terrible. It's not bad at all. I did read it quite quickly, so it's not bad at all. But it's not great. It's nothing new. It's nothing special. It's just wholesome, quick, easy, decent read. And as much as people are kind of churning out these types of books, it's not the worst of the bunch. In case you didn't know, this is a retelling of the Beauty and the Beast story. So there is a prince, his name is Ren, he's Prince of Emberfall, and he is cursed to relive the same season of his 18th birthday, 18th year. So he's been 18 for 327 seasons. So seasons. So I assume, but they don't get the other seasons. So it's just 327 times as opposed to 327 years. Not sure. And what further complicates that is that the people who live on the immediate perimeter of his castle where everything remains the same. So for example, it's summer or spring in his castle, on the castle grounds, but outside it's winter. So 327 seasons has been only 5 years to outside. So I'm not sure if that maths, but that's how it goes. So Ren lives in his castle with his bodyguard, so his head commander, a lovely gentleman called Grey. And Grey gets him girls every season by using the magic that the enchantress who made the curse has gifted him, by being able to go to a parallel world, our world, to get a girl, bring it back. Hopefully the girl will fall in love with him and he won't turn into this hideous beast that has killed his family, his friends, everyone around him, etc, etc, etc. Which of course is the only thing that doesn't rewind. So if he kills somebody, they die. They don't regurgitate, reanimate, come back. So there's that. The girl that Grey gets is a girl called Harper. Harper has cerebral palsy. While this is fabulous for the, what's the correct term, because it's not disabled, is it? For the community of people who aren't necessarily fully able-bodied, that's a win. What I didn't particularly get about it is I recognise, which she does say at the back, that cerebral palsy affects everybody differently. But other than a few sentences regarding Harper having a limp or, just not being able to get places very far, I wasn't sure what the CP actually added to her. She may have said that she's a type of person who is constantly being underestimated because of her condition. So it makes her more of a fiery person and more of a strong-willed person. But in my opinion, you could have done that without the disability, or at least made the disability more prominent to show how badly it affects her. Obviously, her and Ren get a relationship. It's fine. And that's what I just keep saying, because it's just fine. They build a relationship, and it's not the obvious kind, in the sense that, yeah, they do find each other attractive and they want to kiss and all that kind of stuff. But because she knows that that's what he needs from her, there's still this barrier between them, which is quite interesting. They don't you know, they both don't know if what they're feeling for each other is like a trickery of the mind or whether they genuinely have these feelings for each other. Now, where the interest comes in is Grey. Grey, who has a kind of an easier time getting to know and trust, or getting to know Harper and getting her to trust him, and that ignites not necessarily conflict, because Grey and Ren are very decent friends, but it puts something in your mind to say, okay, where is this gonna go, basically. The characters are real. So regardless that Ren is a prince and obviously made up, he has very endearing and interesting qualities. You know, and the way he speaks and refers to her as my lady, and it's all very well written and well done, which is lovely. Harper as well is really funny. She's from DC, so Washington DC, so of course they speak very differently to one another, and it's a first person narrative, so it's about her thinking and the way she says things like, you know, I shouldn't tell him that I'm scared, but I'm shook, like, or not that exact word, but it's real thoughts, it's real to life in your head, which was really good. What was also interesting about the characters is that there was kind of not red herring, but there was kind of Easter eggs put in, because even though Ren and Harper are the main characters, Grey actually had more levels. Grey was more, I don't want to say interesting because they were all interesting, but Grey was the one that you were like, oh, is she going to get with that one or the other one? As an example, for those that have read ACOTAR and the Throne of Glass series, Grey is a mixture of Azriel and Lorcan as one person. So the broodingness, the quiet, but still elegance and good looking and grace. He's the shadow singer. He's very much like Azriel, which is I think that's why I liked him, because I mean everybody loves Cassian, he's hot as shit, but Azriel's the nice calming one. We love Az. So not too many spoilers with this one, because as I said, the book's very, pretty much straightforward. I think the only thing that really got to me as a whole was why Lilith, the enchantress, who obviously cursed them, was so powerful. I didn't understand how she was able to create this curse that lasts for so long and able to manipulate everyone and anyone around it. I mean, why even waste your time doing this by this point? I didn't get it. I 100% didn't get it. Don't get me wrong, she explained that obviously she wanted to seduce the king prior to seducing Ren, and then obviously we find out the big huge thing that Grey is in fact the king's eldest son. I get all of that, but I just don't understand, if you've got this much power after having received it from all the previously killed, dead witches, enchantresses, whatever, if you've got this much power, then why not just go do something else with it? Like, kill him, move on, do something else. It felt really basic in that sense. Like, there was no real reason for this to be taking place. So that was a bit bizarre for me. What I also didn't like was that they kept pushing the ideal that he's tried to kill himself before. Multiple times, it doesn't work, he just wakes up. Fair enough. They've also established that they can't kill Lilith because only the beast can kill her, because he's a magical creature, or she can only be killed in the other world. Okay, so it only took the whole book for Grey to determine to bring her to the other world and stab the shit out that bitch. I didn't understand. I hope you join me for August's. I always have to think about it. Lockdown has really messed up my counting of my days. Hope you join for next month's book, which I'm really looking forward to, and I hope that you guys join me for that one as well.